Hey guys, guess I'm gonna start a little earlier than my 4-minute timer. Might as well. So, how's everyone tonight? I see King J is not having a very great day. Just think, buddy, it can only get better from here. If anybody else is out there, don't forget to say hi in the chat. Let me know what's up. Let me know how everyone is feeling on this. I believe it is a Thursday. It's what my wife told me when I got out of bed this morning. So we are back on Rattlesnake Valley. And as you guys can tell, because my camera is going crazy, I have my track IR on today. So let's see how streaming with track IR is going to go. We are still working. Believe it or not, still working on field 15. I'm still trying to get some of the straw picked up off that field. Server is open. All the information is under !join. Just type that in, link to the Dropbox with all the mods, and how to join the server. Now we're going to get this field done. I'm going to potentially purchase a seeder this episode, or I guess this stream. I'm definitely purchasing a seeder. We're currently sitting at 86,000, and I'm not sure what seeder I'm going to purchase. Sorry about that, guys. Just had to plug something into my laptop there for a second. I'm pretty good, King J. Wife has my daughter out, and she went down to like a play group or something, mommy and me kind of group. So she went down there. So I had the house to myself. So I figured, hey, why not stream? Oh, it's a little early in the day for my usual streams, but yeah, figured start a little bit earlier. I really wish someone would make the mirror mod so you can adjust the mirrors. I'm really tired of always looking at equipment. I'll be right back.
Hello.
Alrighty, sorry about that, guys. I had someone knock on my door here. Seeing if anyone might have potentially joined the server on me without me knowing. Alrighty, so what do you think? Get back to field 15, get rid of the rest of this straw. So how is everybody? If you guys are watching, drop me. Let me know. Say hi. I don't bite. Let me know you're out there. Chat's looking a little filled up with rules, so let's get some conversations going.
Are you there now?
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Not much. I'm working on videos right at the moment. I'll be helping you in a little bit.
Cool. I was gonna say I seen you were in Farm Sim earlier.
Yeah, working on videos. I got one more to do, so I'll be back here in a little bit.
Cool. You know where to find me. Hey, Bird. I had real life issues. Around Christmas, I ended up getting sick, and then my daughter started teething, and I got lost in the ways of Ark. So, been really waiting, honestly, for a decent farm sim map to come out that I would enjoy. After Stevie's maps, any map just seemed kind of pointless. It was just too small, or there wasn't enough going on it for me. I don't know. Happens sometimes. You just lose interest in what you're doing. So, tried streaming Ark a couple times, but wasn't working for me. So, here I am, back in farm sim. So what have you been up to, Bird? Hope Christmas treated you well. I'm currently playing on Rattlesnake Valley. Seems really interesting. It's the only 4K so far that I've been on, other than Pleasant Valley. But Pleasant Valley needed a lot of work, so... I've been watching, just not playing a whole lot. We had a bit of an issue after Christmas, too. Our farm server host ended up crashing where our server was located. So for a while there, I actually wanted to stream after Christmas, but we had no multiplayer. Nothing was working, so we've switched server hosts. That's why. And then I know Wheels has been streaming when I've either been busy or dealing with my daughter. I know right now he's in the middle of his busy season, so I think he was on here for a little bit yesterday when I was streaming. So. So have you played any of Rattlesnake Valley and stuff yet, Bird? That's never good. tell you now, some of these fields do take forever. I have a 11-meter combine, or header for my combine, and I think I spent 4 hours harvesting this field yesterday. And I started picking up the straw on it. I get about 3 loads per. Yeah, I keep all my old stuff. It actually annoys my wife more than anything. Because I'll turn around and I'll have, like, my old video card, I still have it. My old power supply. I've looked at it briefly. I haven't really dug into it to see what it all entertains. I doubt it's something I'm going to purchase right off the bat. It's a little pricey in my personal opinion. $15 Canadian for it. I think that's a little much for a DLC. I'm pretty sure all the other ones that have come out have been like $9.99, not $14.99. And I mean, it's offering quite a bit of equipment, but only piece that I really see in it that I think I'd use is the square bale wrapper. Just eliminate the use of round bales for me. I think they said something like 80 some pieces of equipment or something like that. Some of them don't give you any equipment. What? I know this one here gives you like the small of the small. I think if I had to stick with the default equipment on this map, I would literally shoot myself. I thought it was pretty bad on Pleasant Valley that Dave gives you the smallest planter possible. But, man, I don't know what I do on this one. Only drawback I don't like about this one is the fences everywhere. Everything is really tight. And the fact that there's no water. Every river does not have water in it. Funny part, Bird, we have like no snow. We got an ice storm that hit us pretty hard. We lost power at my house for about 2 days. There's some areas in my province that still don't have power back after 2 weeks, so I actually had to call in the military to assist with cleaning up the poles and stuff. I've made this run so many times, it's not funny. Pretty much stayed out of everything. Stayed out of our fridges. Stayed out of our freezers. Tried to keep them as cold as possible. The people that have had no power for 2 weeks, the government actually stepped up and put out a fund to try to help them. A lot of donations to food banks to try to help the people that were affected the hardest. Wasn't too bad here. By staying out of everything, we managed to keep our power or keep our stuff cold that was in the freezers, so we didn't lose any of that. And I usually don't keep very much in my fridge to begin with. Maybe a carton of milk, a couple eggs, at the bare minimum. I wish I had a generator. I live in an apartment building, so I can't really put a generator in here. And even if I did, I'd never hear the end of it from some of the old coons or crows or hens or... Oh, the old people that live in this building are above and beyond crazy. They got mad at me last year because I was vacuuming out my car in the parking lot here. Another tenant had a guy come in and change the tires on his car here in the parking lot, and they complained because this isn't a garage, it's an apartment building. I'm working on it. I gotta get back to work, get caught up on bills, start putting money away, and I want my own place, so. Yeah, I wish I could afford a John Deere for real, dude. I operated one last year for snow removal, and it was probably one of the best little tractors I've ever operated. I mean, I've operated some pretty big ones, couple 90 horsepower ones, and this little 30 horsepower probably outran some of those bigger 90s. Actually, one of the first tractors I learned on how to drive was a 90 horsepower, so. I honestly think, since I've done lawn care, if I was to purchase one, I don't think I'd purchase a John Deere. Just for the price point on it. I'd probably go with a Turo, because that's what we ran in the lawn care company that I was with. We ran Turo mowers, stand-ups, and zero turns. And even then, I don't even think I'd purchase a zero turn. everyone claims they're so mighty. I preferred my stand-up versus my zero turn. I could put it in a lot more places. I could go a lot more places with it, and I found it had a better cut, better turn, better everything. I'm sure Buckshot might agree with that or disagree with that. I'm not really sure. I think he's lurking here somewhere.
I'm not here.
Afraid to put you in the place.
I don't know what a Turo is. We have Toros.
Turo, same shit.
Everybody around here uses Toros.
As long as the brakes and Stratton motor in it, you're fine. Actually, they make a new one. It's diesel. I know they've been out for a while. I know Kubota has one now. It's 2-stage diesel, where it has 2 different operatings, like high and low operations, and they seem really neat and a lot of power. One of the companies up here has one, and they said it's probably one of the best cutting, quickest cutting, cleanest cut mower that they've ever ran as a company. They wish they had, 20 more of them.
My nephew has a lawn care deal, and they have a Toro motor, a zero turn, riding zero turn. He loves it. I've used the heck out of it.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the zero turns. Just in the end, they made me dizzy. And then once I really got into the operation of the stand-ups, there was nowhere I couldn't put that. I wish I had pictures. Like, I know pictures don't do hills justice, but we have a stretch of city property that we mow here, and the zero turn, we put the latest guy in it, and he could do the slope, but it's definitely pushing the zero turn at what it's worth. Like, I think it's not supposed to be anything greater than a 15-degree incline for a zero turn, and I mean, he was sketchy doing it, and I took the the stand-ups on it, and it was nothing. Turning around up the hill, that was nothing. There's only a couple times where I really clenched, and I keep forgetting I have track IR on here. I am bobbing my head up and down. Sorry, guys. But there's a couple times that I clenched. Come down a hill and your wheels start spinning and you lose control. And you're coming onto one of the busiest streets in your city. Although, that'll get the heart pumping. Thankfully, I ended up hitting the guardrail instead of missing it and hitting the road, so. Well, the mower did. I jumped off about halfway down the hill. But I knew by jumping off, safety features would kick in and it would stall out, so made it a little bit safer.
Back a minute. I think the UPS guy's here.
Ooh, new presents. Mr. Bird, the only issue with that, reviewing equipment for real, is price points. A lot of them up here don't let you just, go out and borrow the piece of equipment. You gotta pay a lot for it. And we work on them. I mean, it's hard sometimes to get coordinated with each other.
I'm back.
Apparently, Bird says, Buck, shout your favorite hobby.
My favorite hobby?
I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I didn't know at first if I should take it as if he was insulting you or how to take it. Hobby. Buckshot. Spell check. Hate it. I think he's asking what your favorite hobby is. Annoying me does not count. Because that's a mutual hobby.
No, I guess at this point, probably gaming.
I figured you were going to say, cleaning the car or something in your favorite little pink dress. And yes, I am kind of jealous because my car is a white car that's currently brown, so I wish you were closer so I could park in your drive and watch you come out in your little pink dress. And yes, folks, Buckshot does own a pink dress. Unfortunately, I do not have pictures anymore. I had to delete them because, oh my god, he needed to shave.
Whatever.
I am still hauling straw off that field.
Well, that's your new hobby, hauling straw.
I feel like it.
I don't know, I have too many hobbies to list a favor, really. I kind of rotate. I like flying my RC planes. I like riding my motorcycles and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but to ride your motorcycles, that means you'd have to buy one.
I gotta get a new one. I miss my motorcycle.
I hate to say it, that when I was growing up, I always wished I had like a dirt bike or something like that. But I've watched and heard too many horror stories. I don't even want to look at one anymore. I always thought about it, driving down the highway and you're in a Harley or a Goldwing, and then just seeing some of the accidents that I've seen. The guy that I worked for in the summers, he owned one. He swore by it every day. It's all he was ever on. Like, he used to park his car in the summer and he'd just take his bike everywhere. And he was pulling out of our restaurant one day and this lady ran a red light and there was a bike coming through the intersection. And the bike got totaled. The dude flew about 40 feet. He wasn't pronounced. He ended up surviving it, but he was pretty beat up. And the woman, all she said was he shouldn't have ran the red light when she's the one that did it. And I mean, it just, ever since, and that day, we loaded his bike up on the truck. He didn't even drive it up. We had 4 of us pick it up and put it on the back of his truck. He brought it down and sold it. And ever since then, I've just been, I've wanted one, I just don't want it.
You know what? I've had 3 friends killed in car accidents, and not a single one of my motorcycle friends have even been injured.
But I mean, it was just that kind of thing that it threw me. Like, I wasn't even involved in it. I don't want it. I see how people drive in my area, and that alone is enough to make me not want to drive one. Maybe out in the country, like a dirt bike out in the field or something like that, on the trail's a different story. But on the road, people don't even know how to drive with another car by them, let alone a truck or a bike. There was another one. Lady pulled out right in front. Bikes coming down the road. Lady didn't even pay attention. Just pulled right out. I was about a minute. I could actually see the driver of the bike in the air as I was pulling up to it. She didn't pay any attention. Killed him on the scene. Can you hear my video in the background?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pause that then. It's Game of Thrones. Mr. Bird, I wish I could go mudding in my car. I drive a Mazda 3. The only time it's gone mudding, and Buck has seen the pictures, was in my parking lot. And Yeah, I had to get my little brother to come and help me out. I needed more muscle. I ended up just falling off the edge of the asphalt into the little bit of dirt that was there, and I sunk my car right up to the frame. Of course, meanwhile, while this is happening, I have my wife yelling at me, "You're an idiot! Why'd you do that? Rah, rah, rah." Yeah, it's not like I meant to. But that was a hobby when I was growing up. We owned, what did we own? I owned a couple Jeeps. I want to say a Jeep Commander, but it wasn't a Commander. It wasn't a TJ, which is one of my favorites. I think if I owned one, I'd own a TJ I think a TJ. That's what I always said I wanted, was a Jeep TJ with a 12-inch lift and a set of 45s. Of course, the 45s have to be Mickey's.
I had a CJ7 once. I love that thing.
Put a set of rock crawlers on it and you're good to go. Probably a Dana 44 rear end. Inch and a quarter skid plates, because who the hell goes anything smaller? Even though I know a lot of guys that do. Oh, water skiing I have never done. I used to sail when I was in cadets. Did that quite a bit. Did a lot of canoeing. I was a canoe instructor for the corps that I was with. I really enjoyed that part of it. Really enjoy swimming. What about you, Buck? Water skiing?
Used to. It's been years though.
It's been years since you could see your toes, but doesn't mean you haven't done it in a while.
I can see my toes just fine, thank you.
Sitting on the couch with the recliner all the way up?
Something like that.
Yeah, I get about 4 loads per row. I think that's what it's working out to be. You actually watching my stream, Buck, or?
No, I got so much stuff going on in the background I can't do anything else.
Oh, okay. Mr. Bird asks, Mr. Bird states, actually, I guess you are a hunter buckshot.
Actually, I don't hunt.
Or fish.
Actually, I do fish.
Computer games don't count.
No, I fish in real life. Matter of fact, before we moved, I had a bass boat, so. Eh. Actually, my bass boat is in my daughter's mouth right now because that's what we used to pay $6,000 on our braces for.
Oh, I'm thinking, what? How's it? What? I know she's been annoying you lately, but there's no need to park a bass boat in your daughter's mouth.
Yeah, I had to sell the boat to pay for her braces.
Nah. Mr. Bird asks, how was your New Year's, Buckshot? I don't think the poor guy has seen any of us since Christmas.
Mine was good. Haven't done anything, but it's been a good start to the year. Looking forward to next year, though. Next year's going to be a good year for me.
No, hopefully it will be. So Zero for Paul was on here this morning, and he comments to me. He says, "I don't know what it is with you and small maps." So what do you mean? It's a 4x map. He goes, "This has to be some of the tightest turning I have ever seen." Hey, Wills, how are you, buddy? Mr. Bird, I don't think Buckshot's going to be getting remarried anytime soon. I don't know how far in he wants to go with it, so I'll wait until he gets back and he can fill you in why he's hoping it's going to be a good year. So how's work treating you there, Mr. Wheels? Hey, Bird, buddy. We all do. Trust me, we all do. Good news is, though, Bird, only, 2 more months to wait until he makes his grand debut again? Cool, cool. Well, you know where to find me. Hey, Bird, I agree, buddy. I go back and watch all of his old videos just so I can hear his voice. No, Bird, I have not tried my summer car. Lately, I've been Arc, Farm Sim, Arc, maybe a little bit more Arc. Welcome back, Wiz. Am I expecting a flood? Not that I know of. Four more rows of 4 trips a row. Yay. I get you now, Bird. No, I do have a raft. I definitely don't have an ark, though. And, well, between Buck and I'm pretty sure we have almost 2 of every animal. Well, not quite. There's still quite a bit of animals that we're missing. I have seen people playing Conan. I have yet to purchase it. Um, I know a lot of people that are playing it are stating the obvious. It is not as good as what they expected it to be. It is pretty much Ark without as many dinosaurs. The building mechanic seems to be about the same. Everything about it seems to be about the same, other than you worship gods. Um, there's a lot of potential in Conan. I know Mr. Buckshot has released a video on it. I think he may or may not be releasing more. I'm not really sure. But the state that it's in right now, it's, you know what I mean? It's an early access, just like Ark. There's a lot that it needs, so. Thank you for that like there, Mr. Wheels. And anyone else, if you are watching and you haven't already, don't forget to hit that thumbs up down below. If you're over on Twitch, don't forget to give me a follow. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it. Money's a little tight for me here, so I don't really have very much game spending money I can do right now. I should be around. I'm not really sure what Buck is up to. He currently went AFK and left the channel, so on Discord. But I should be around, depending on how late. I'm not sure. I know my wife has my daughter right now, and we've been trying to get her on a routine. So usually about 8 o'clock my time, we try putting her to bed and going from there. So usually by 8:30 she's asleep, but you know how it goes when they're teething. That schedule kind of goes right out the window. That's what happens when you look over at chat. You run into buildings. I'm not really sure, Bird, when I'm going back over to Truck Sim. I haven't really lost interest in it as much. It's not really a game I play very often. Only joys of knowing that there's no traffic, even though traffic's turned on. When you drive down the middle of the road, you don't really care. I didn't even know they were coming out with another expansion. Or releasing an expansion. Hey, Thomas! Yeah, I hear you, buddy. It's been about a month that I haven't done anything. See if I can find the fuel shed out here. There they are. Might as well purchase a sea drill while we're at it. I'm doing pretty good there, Thomas. Thanks for coming out. And Bird, yeah, the way technology's going nowadays, nothing really surprises me anymore what they're going to come out with next. I hear you, Thomas. That definitely does not sound fun at all. If it helps you anybody, my daughter's teething, so my sleep schedule is maybe 4 hours a day if I'm lucky. Well, I appreciate that, Thomas. Just don't get yourself in trouble, buddy. Schoolwork should come first. Ah, okay. Family's pretty good. The wife's being, well, the wife, and the daughter as well, being my daughter, teething. Started talking. Unfortunately, I lost the battle in her first word. Her first word was mum. Now it's Bubba and Dad. Yeah, she figured out how to say Bubba before she could say Dad. But you know what? I'm fine with that. At least now we know when she's hungry, she starts screaming Bubba. She knows what it is. So. For the longest times, all she wanted was Mum. You'd ask her who I was, and she'd go Mum. Ask her who my wife is, Mum. Now she knows. She looks over at her mother and goes Mum. Looks at me and goes Dada. So, something different, I'll tell you that. She's making me wonder why I haven't shaved my beard yet every day. I'll tell you now, for being 7 months old, man, she has some strong arms. That's what I figured was going to happen. This windrow, for some reason, every 3 or 4 windrows is actually 2 windrows put together for some reason with this combine. Bird, what am I going to do when my daughter gets married? Well, seeing how she's 7 months old, I am not even thinking about that yet. I don't know. And Thomas, what kind of wheel do I have? I have the G27. I can definitely tell that it's getting colder outside. It is starting to get pretty cold in my apartment. You know what though, Bird? The G27 might be a dyno by today. But she's still a beaut. Still works great. Still has a lot of functionality. I mean, I know they have the G29 and stuff out, but I paid $400 and some for my G27. I'm going to run her till she's broken. I mean, I don't see Logitech or Thrustmaster coming out and sponsoring me and giving me new steering wheels to try out, so maybe when that day comes I'll retire the G27, but for right now she has a permanent spot in the middle of my desk. Actually, I think a lot of the group that we play with has G27s. I know I have one. I think Buck has one, but he rarely ever uses it. Wheels has one. Grandpa has one. Papa Rob has one. I know King J's looking into getting a steering wheel set up. I don't think Bigfoot has a steering wheel set up either. Yeah, Thomas. Wheels hasn't been streaming because he's really busy real life. It's the middle of his busy, or the start of his busy season, so he hasn't been streaming a whole lot. The couple days that he does get off are going to change here pretty soon if they haven't for him already. Just with everything that's going by, so his stream schedule and postings are going to be slim for the next little bit anyway. Should be back in about 2 months. He might come back. I won't say might come back. He will come back in about 2 months time or so. Since when does Wheels have a wheel? I think Wheels has always had a wheel. He has at least 4. But no, yeah, due to his busy times, like, he has 3 months out of the year where real life takes over, and it's kind of hard during that time to post videos and stuff like that. So his just started, and I know he just said he'd be right back, but I'm sure he would say the same thing. And talking about Wheels, welcome back, buddy. Mr. Thomas was just asking where you've been, because he hasn't seen you stream in a couple days. I think you might be getting Buck confused with Wheels, Thomas. I know Buck uses his Xbox controller for almost everything versus his steering wheel. I think the only time he really uses his wheels in American Truck.
Actually, Will's have been using his keyboard.
Yeah, for Farm Sim. He doesn't. For some reason, he's still going old school. Might change on this map though, because your turning has to be like pretty precise because of how tight this map is. I mean, I've tried a couple times with mouse and keyboard. It's possible, just I've watched Paul come around the same turn that I just made here, and he ends up right into the wall, so, or the fence. My chat's now going to be flooded with, "We miss you, Wheels." Trust me, Thomas, it's not you that's missing them. I miss them too. So what are you up to there, Mr. Buck?
Making thumbnails. Well, hello there, Mr. Gaming Monster. Thank you for stopping by and enjoy your stay. Hey, Mason, how are you, buddy? I'm just gonna call you Gaming Monster. How's that sound?
I agree, hence why I'm not saying the first part. That's cool, Mason. Pretty much it does. Logitech Profiler has been broken since Windows 10 came out, and it's actually funny is it's not even on Logitech's side. It's Windows settings that are messing it up. So, yeah, it's Windows that has to fix it, or Microsoft, I should say, that has to fix it. And Logitech's like nothing we can do about it. But yeah, and I'm pretty good, Mason.
Mine works just fine.
Don't be sorry, dude. It's your name. It's your name. There's, always ways around stuff. All right, Thomas, you go find your homework, buddy. Yeah, it just seems every now and then I'll have to go back into my profiler and have my wheel turned back proper, or else it just says it's G-force experience. I will be right back, guys. Or not. I don't think it will affect Mac, Mason. It's just something in the USBs that switches out drivers that way. Originally, Bird, I had a Thrustmaster wheel, and the one that I originally purchased would not work, even though the guy that I purchased it from at a gaming store said that this version works on Xbox, PS3. It was Xbox, PlayStations, and computers. It, however, only worked on Xbox. So when I returned it, I said, you know what, I'm just going to get something that I know works, and I went with the Logitech G27. And I will honestly admit, I do not regret getting it. I won't lie. I'm sure Buck and Wills will both agree. I kind of wish it was Bluetooth or wireless setups. Would be a lot easier for wire management, but other than that, I definitely don't regret getting the G27.
I'd like to put it out there with that name. Somebody's going to get kicked from a lot of chat, so.
Yeah, he knows. He said it right away. He's like, you don't even have to say my name. You can just call me Gaming. Yeah, I don't think you could do your chores and drive if it was wireless, but it makes it really hard because there's a lot of wires going everywhere, so it makes it really hard to try to keep a nice clean setup. The gear shift disables PC mode when plugged in directly into the wheelbase, unless you set it to up-down mode only. I don't know. I've never had that issue. Then again, I guess I never really put it in tablet mode. But I mean, mine's plugged in directly to my steering wheel, always has. Actually, I think that's the only way to plug it in. Oh, okay, on the Thrustmasters. I will be right back, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I had to blow my nose there for a second. Mason Vlogs. We had an ICT project to make a gaming PC. Not literally make one. We had to add up all the parts, motherboard, RAM, processor. It was fun. We had a price limit of £2,000. Well, if I had £2,000, I'd definitely have a pretty decent computer. I mean, just look around on Newegg and all those sites, and you can usually get pretty good deals to get some pretty good stuff. So
I think mine with all the peripherals and everything's about 2,600 US.
yeah, I don't even want to know what mine's up to anymore with everything.
Well, I'm not counting like my wheels and controllers. I'm just talking like keyboard and monitors and.
Well, actually, we were talking about it the other day, my brother and I. He comes over, and my brother's a car guy. It's all about the car. And I turned around, and he looked at me. He says, it made him sick to look over at my computer. 3 22-inch monitors, steering wheel, dual joysticks, keyboards. You know what I mean? Just everything on top of my desk is about $1,000. And it made him sick. I looked at him, I said, yeah, and you just bought $2,000 rims on your, 99 Honda Civic? And he's like, it's a 2001, thank you. So, I mean, just goes to show differences in opinions and where people like to put their money, right? I remember times when my brother would go out on a Friday night, get his paycheck, buy a brand new sound system for his car, sell it on Monday because he ended up paying too much and didn't like it. So he sold it for less, bought another system that Wednesday, put it back in. And I mean, he's always had older cars. Like, I remember his first car was a 99 Civic hatch, so Mr. Bird says, if I ever get a Thrustmaster, get the leather edition. It works good. Well, like I said, dude, unless something massively happens to this G27 anytime soon, I doubt I'll be getting a new wheel anytime soon. So, and I'm definitely not a big enough streamer for Logitech or Thrustmaster to even look my way at possibly sending me wheels to test out and try. So. I mean, I have G27. I have two Logitech Extreme 3D Pros. I've looked at the Thrustmaster joysticks, but honestly, I don't know why I like the 3D Pros. They fit nice and everything that goes with them. So I really wish they made or they might, and I just never seen it, but a left-handed, right-handed version, so that if you were to run dual joysticks, you could have a left-handed and right-handed version. Not gonna lie, Buck, I'm getting to the point now with this straw that I just want to plow it under.
And you gotta be getting close.
4 rows left.
That's a waste of money.
4 rows at 4 trips per row. Yeah, I'm pretty sure horses are pretty expensive there, Mason. I know that the guy that I work for, I think he just got sheep. We really don't talk a whole lot in the winter. I don't know why. He always claims to miss me, but the only time he ever seems to get a hold of me is when he absolutely wants something and wants me to go work for free. But yeah, I think he just got sheep from what I was seeing on Facebook. I really don't snoop his page all that much. But I know he found it pretty hard during the ice storm. He had about 100 gallons of water backed up, and it was gone within the first maybe 5 hours. And do I have a backhoe bird? I do not. And yeah, Mason, I'm pretty sure in the winter it gets pretty hard too. I know up here, like, or I think his cows are out on pasture, but there's nothing to eat out there. So he's pretty much living off the hay that he built this year. And I think we only went into the winter with 110 bales of hay, so. Which, you know, some people that sounds like a lot. But I think it's, we worked it out so that all the cows that we currently have go through a bale every 5-ish days. And now that was with pasture. So it's probably down now to, I think it's supposed to be one round is supposed to last one cow 5 days. And I think we're up to 10 plus cows. So a round bale roughly every 5 days is a new bale. So that's what, 5 bales a month? Give or take. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. Math's not my strong suit today. Nobody said I had to maths when I started up the stream. Oh, we do. We have it. We keep all of our tractors repaired. We repair them every couple days, make sure that their repair bills are kept up on them so that their resale value is pretty good. It's definitely not as good as what it could be. I know in 15 they had a damage and repair mod, but just light bouncing caused massive amounts of damage and massive amounts of repair bills, so it wasn't really worth it. All of our tractors on the farm here are brand new, so they're pretty generic. There is a plane that just took off from Paris airport and is going back to the same airport for an emergency. General emergency. That's never good. You've never seen me repair my tractors. I usually repair them before I sell them, or I see what ones are red. Like I said, a lot of our tractors right now are brand new. Yeah, not one of them needs repair. They're still all 0 days. Usually when they start getting red is when we go through and repair them all. I think Buck and I spent about an hour on Stevie's map every once in a while doing it. Well, that's not good. Might be landing gear issue or something critical with the plane, and they're circling to try to burn off fuel. Might be that. Because medical emergency, they would have landed already. They wouldn't be doing a circle pattern. Turn on the lights, it's not even dark yet. Well, there's not really very many plants to see. It's more stubble. Just needs to be plowed under. Well, I can tell you how long we've been on this map for, because it's 7 hours, and I've been using this tractor since the start. I'm actually surprised for 7 hours there's not more coffee cups or anything else laying around out here, so. You know what though, Mason? You say that now. Once you get out there and you're out of school, you're going to be wishing you had school again. I wish I was still in school. I've already gone through almost a full tank of diesel in 7 hours. I had to refuel there. I think just before you joined, I refueled. I'm currently sitting at 561 liters though, since I've refueled. I think it holds 600 maybe? I have been streaming today for 2 hours and 6 minutes so far. I'm just waiting for my wife to get home, and then I'm probably going to have to get off here for a little bit. I might stream again later tonight, depending on if my wife lets me or not. But she's out with my daughter right now. They had to go to a Mummy and Me group, and then not in the game I haven't. In real life we have. We've ran over a pulp hook because someone decided to throw it underneath the tractor and we didn't see it until it was too late. We've had hydraulic failure where the entire bucket got bent, which was horrible. Alright, Mason, if I'm not here when you get back, well, thanks for coming out. But I might be. She doesn't get off work for another 15-ish minutes. So. A couple years ago during a snowstorm, we actually had a rear axle let go on our tractor in real life, which was not good because we had one of our plow trucks at the time was out as well with hydraulic failures on the plow. So we really needed that tractor. And it was out for repair, and the company that we bought it from, all their loaners were out, so we were SOL on that one. Took a couple days to get that back, so in the meantime we had to do our entire snow run in some of the worst snowstorms we've seen. Buckshot should make an intro song for me. Well, I don't think Buck does that very well. I know I've been looking at them because I keep watching Wheelses and Bucks, and I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Wills and I have both heard Buck singing. It's not very good. So I think if he actually sang me an intro song, well, there'd be an issue with that. You'd all leave. Buck's not actually in the channel. He jumped down to his own recording channel there for a minute. I think he was making thumbnails and editing up some of his videos. I'm a pretty good singer, thank you very much. And no, I'm not about to regale you all in a song.
What is this all this singing stuff?
Did you just jump back up? Or you have my stream open?
I got your stream open. I was reading the chat, but I was editing a video.
Bird said something about you should make me an intro song. And Wills came back with, what? Sing it?
You don't want to hear me sing, that's for sure.
That's what I said too. I said, you know, if you were to sing me a song, then they'd all leave before they even got to me.
My singing's about as good as two alley cats getting in a fight in the alley.
I was singing my daughter Twinkle Twinkle Little Star the other night. I don't know what was wrong, but she kept screaming. You know, I should get Grandpa to make me one. Because, you know, you're never too old to game.
Well, you had to get Doc Hoppy to do it then.
Yeah,
That's who actually made that.
I know.
Actually, I'm working on getting a new intro.
I agree, Bird. You know something, though? I'm sure Buck and Wills will both agree. I don't think we'd ever go back. Well, I know Buck would, but he'd only go back so that, you know, it was a boy instead of a girl. Apparently, boys are easier to deal with. I guess I'll find out in about 10 years.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if you were around earlier and seen it, but Mr. Wheels asked if you were going to be around there tonight.
Moi?
No, the other guy named Buckshot that's in the chat.
Oh, I missed that. I might be. I'm not sure.
I think he was talking about potentially jumping in on the server.
All depends on what time Hope gets home.
You know what, though, Bird? That can go two ways. Guys can be pretty pricey, too.
I can afford the price. I just can't afford the attitude.
Or the headache.
I didn't understand teenage girls when I was a teenager, and I sure the heck don't understand them now.
You know, I think any man that states he understands women should write a book, because he's going to make millions, if not billions, off this book. And you know the worst part? It's the book could be 1 page long. Really, though. It's a guide to understanding women, in a guy's point of view, who never will give up trying. Mr. Bird believes that he gets women. I don't think women understand women, dude. I remember this time in high school, we had this girl, like, we still don't understand why she hung out with us. She had to be like a 10 out of a 10. She was like gorgeous. And she always hung out with us, and we were like the nerdy group. And we asked her one day why she hung out with us, and all she said was, girls cause too much drama. Yeah, but Bird, come on now, buddy. You can't tell me that guys don't do that too? I'm sure all the married guys that are in my chat right now can agree. When a woman says there's nothing wrong, there's almost always something wrong. Now, when a guy says there's nothing wrong, there's probably nothing wrong. And, you know, when you ask a woman what she's thinking about and she says nothing, well, she's definitely thinking about something. You ask a guy what he's thinking about, and he says nothing, legit 90% of the time it's probably nothing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, well, Buckshot's here. I'm gonna log out, guys. Have a good one. Nah, not really. I'll stay on for a little bit longer. Just wait until the wife gets home anyway. There's another John Deere down there as well that has a loader wagon now. You know, Bert, if our server was more populated, that'd probably be a pretty good game to play. But unfortunately, if that was the case, I think we'd all die of thirst. We sink, so he said drink.
Did you put the IT trucks in here? That's in the beta section.
No, why?
They're really good, and we've been talking about using IT stuff.
Yeah, but then every time I add new mods, I get yelled at not to add new mods.
I already got them.
I don't. Actually, I haven't even really looked to see what's in beta and stuff anymore.
It's been so long since I farmed, I can't remember all my presets on my controller.
I'll be right back, guys. I just want to grab something to drink. Mr. Bird, that has been around since way before Mr. Moose even thought about it, because the sync times in Farm Sim 15 were horrid. I'm guessing you're not spying in on my chat anymore.
It's on my phone. It's a little, and I didn't feel like messing with it.
Mr. Bird says, Buckshot, how did you get that name? Well, you see, he is from the country. He is from a smaller state. And he probably knows what it feels like to get a buckshot. Actually, I really don't know. I'll let you explain.
Actually, it's from my motovlogging days. One of the other guys gave it to me when we was doing the polar bear challenge. Because there was a lot of banter, and he always said I gave everybody both barrels. I didn't hold back. So he named me Buckshot. I might have mellowed out a little bit. Where's this stuff go?
Over by 14.
Better question, how do I get out of this field?
You know where the combine is? Very top.
I see it up there.
There's an entrance. Or at the very, very bottom, there's an entrance too. I mean, if you've been watching my stream, then you should know, because I've made the trip about 1,000 times so far.
Yeah, I wasn't watching the stream. I just had it on in the background.
I mean, I won't lie. I have been streaming for 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I have yet to do another job.
Zamir's the suspension on these tractors like really work more than they did.
Yeah, I've noticed that too. I think the one that you're in is a lot softer than the one that I'm in. Well, Mr. Bird, do I want to know why you would say that? He says that we are nicer than other YouTubers. He's like, he says that he feels right at home with us. It's kind of the feel we go for some days, isn't it?
I'm a very nice person and never aggravated at anything.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you had to say I have been a pretty welcoming person, though.
Yeah. I think we all are. Did you even get out of the field yet?
Yeah, now I'm driving down the highway. I have no clue where I'm going.
I was gonna say, you might be going the wrong way, so you've yet to pass me. And I'm now back in the field.
I'm in town.
What, one? There's like 6 of them. If you bring up your map, you are looking for the one that is called Barn, is where you are heading. I see you over there. Yeah, you're definitely going the wrong way. Do you find out where you actually have to go though?
You said barn. I'm heading towards one that says barn.
Okay. Alright, you're going the right way now.
I was just taking a slight tour with the trailer full of stuff.
Yeah, it works. Scenic route.
This is a different tractor than you have, isn't it?
Yep. That one there is only 174 horsepower. Just happened to be the only other one that we could afford at the time.
Good looking tractor though. I like it.
Yeah. Front load attachment on it. There's different motor sizes. I think I got the second smallest or something like that. I don't know. It's John Deere's 7800 series, I think it is. Mr. Bird, women are making me lose his hair. But yet I thought you said you understood women. So if you understand women, then you shouldn't be losing your hair.
He understands they make him go bald.
Exactly. It definitely started snowing here. Just heard the entire ambulance and everything go by. It's when they blow up for no reason. Isn't that what women always do?
Kind of made the barn over here a tight area.
Yeah. I like it though. Like a lot of it's like that, like big open fields, but getting around towns and stuff, it's really narrow and congested.
It's kind of true to life.
Yeah. I feel like his roads need to be like a little bit wider though. It's almost like it's an American style map with English style roads.
Well, a lot of our country roads around here are blacktop, really skinny, like super skinny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we only our main roads are big. Our country roads are pretty small, actually.
I think up here it's 11 foot from line to line.
Around my area, we have a lot of sharp edge blacktops. If you drop off the edge, you're in trouble. I have to take some pictures of around our country so you can kind of see what it looks like.
I mean, don't get me wrong, some of our country roads are not the greatest, but I'm pretty sure it's still 11 foot from center to edge, like 11 foot lanes or something like that. I think that's what ours is, 11 or 10. I think it's 11 because I think F350 dually is 10 feet across, I think. Driving illegally? How am I driving illegally? Because I'm all over the road, not stopping for stop signs? I don't think I've ever come in to here this way. Actually, I haven't. I usually come from the top. Yeah, I think I have a plate, just no flashers. I don't think Buck had flashers either.
I got mine on. We don't have to use plates or flashers here for tractors.
Ours have to have plates, and we also have the triangles, like the slow yielding triangles, and we have to have
Really?
flashers.
We have to have the triangles, but flashers aren't necessary, and no plates. They're considered agriculture.
Well, up here, a lot of our tractors are dual purpose, right? So snow removal. For snow removal, you have to run cherries or flashers.
Matter of fact, around here, like golf carts are a real big thing around here. And the police, law enforcement is getting on the people from running around, so they just put a little portable sprayer in the back of them, and they say they're for farm use, and then they can run them around.
I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, guys. That was the wife. She's just leaving her friend's house. When she gets home, I have to run out and give her a hand bringing something in, and then I should be back. Actually, I might take that time when she gets here, and I'm going to end the stream. And I might be back later tonight with another stream. I'm not sure. I know I need to get supper and stuff ready. And I could hear my daughter screaming in the background, so I don't know if it's because she's tired, hungry, or just misses Daddy. I'm going to go with the third one, but I'm sure that's not the case. Yeah, like up here, we're not even allowed to run our four-wheelers on the road. If we get caught, it's huge, could be huge fines, which is annoying. Because, like, for us, for instance, it's easier with the seeder that we have to seed with the four-wheeler than it is with the tractor. Because we have one of the old school-style seeders where it's gravity-fed. No hydraulic to it, so it's a handle. So it's just easier to run it with a four-wheeler and it's cheaper.
Yeah, I had a Polaris Ranger. I drove it to work for years, where we used to live.
JJ, have you ever tipped over a tractor? I'm gonna knock on wood pretty loudly so y'all can hear it. I have never in real life flipped over a tractor. I have had some pretty close calls. I've almost rolled a forklift, but I can honestly state I have never fully rolled a tractor. Have you, Mr. Buckshot?
No, been closer to rolling a lime truck a few times.
I think you can honestly state if you've ever asked that to an operator, if they've ever had a few close calls and they said no, then either they're not doing their job right or they just weren't in the right spots.
Seen the guy at the sand plant one day almost turn over one of the big loaders, backing up with his bucket all the way up and cut hard.
Yeah.
With a fully loaded bucket, which is really dumb.
But as the saying goes, some people just get cocky. Oh, I got this, I have blah blah blah. That's when accidents start to happen. There we go, Mr. Bird. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I do have my beacons on now. Later, Wills. Thanks for coming out, buddy. Either you're missing or you're full.
No, the path is it's too wide.
Oh yes, that's that double track one. Some reason every other run, it did that, where it made the swath too wide where it's a double track. Do a blink back when you're done. You're gonna have to explain that. Well, blind back in when you're done. I can't. The mirrors on this are horrible. Maybe if I had better mirrors, that I could actually use my mirrors, but all my mirrors allow me to see is the roof of my tractor cab and my back window, pretty much. Well, the best shooter 0. Thank you for that, buddy. You really don't need to be here if you're just gonna be negative about it. I mean, there's, I'm sure, all other kinds of streamers that are currently streaming. Take your negativity elsewhere. Are you stuck, sir? Apparently, Mr. Buck had something pressing that he needed to deal with, so he decided to stop right in the middle of it.
No, flushing turds.
Oh, okay, thank you. I'm guessing you're talking about the guy in my chat.
Yes. I never get to flush anybody. I was taking advantage.
I really want to ask Grateful for it.
I love his little deal that he does. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I mean, that dude's definitely not keeping it classy. So how's that for you, Bird? I don't have my 4-ways on because my rogue cat is no longer working. I broke my tablet. And I've remapped all my keys so I can't even remember what I turn my lights to. Or my indicators, anyway. Some days I think I'm driving hydrostatics all the time. I would use the keyboard shortcut, but I can't remember what I programmed them to. I no longer have, my number pad is actually set up to all my forestry equipment. So different booms and that kind of thing is on my number pads now. I know I rescheduled or remapped where my lights and stuff are, like my flashers and hazards and all that. I just can't remember what I mapped them to.
You remapped F? F is your headlights.
I have headlights, I don't have my hazards.
No, I was going to say hazards was home.
No, that's your cherries.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you mean actual hazards.
4-way indicators. Which up here you have to have on as well. Actually, I got away with it in my little tractor for not having them because I had one option. Either I could have my cherry on the roof, or I could have my hazards, or I could have headlights. I couldn't have both. That's just the way that the little John Deeres are. Like the little yard tractors. I think it's 30-20 is what I had or something like that. And here, Bird, is this what you wanted? Give me a second. Apparently my trailer's hung up on something here behind me. Oh, that. Hey Bob, how are you tonight, buddy? I'm not too bad. I'm just waiting on the wife to pull back into the driveway here, and I'm gonna go out, give her a quick hand, and probably gonna wrap up my stream at that time for a little bit and make supper and all that kind of stuff. And maybe after my daughter goes to bed, I might fire up another stream tonight, or might not. I'm not sure yet. Well, thank you, Bird. I appreciate my B-. I actually won't lie, I forgot about the cement pile that was there. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting I have track IR and happened to see a set of headlights pull into my driveway, so I thought it was the wife, so I was trying to look out the living room window, hence why my camera keeps snapping over. Hey, King J! Welcome back, buddy. Well, Mr. Bird, I haven't done it in a tractor a whole lot, but I've driven Ivecos, or what was it, an Isuzu, with a 8-foot, no, it was a 10-foot dump box I think I had on the back. 10-foot dump box with toolbox with a tool chest, set of toolboxes, and 26-foot long landscape trailer, so fully enclosed. Now that is fun to back up. Not really. And that was backing in around narrow streets here in my city, so you never left, but you got really quiet and weren't talking, so I figured you left. Usually when I play ATS, I have my triple monitor, so my back ends are so much easier. You were in the game most of the day, no messages from you guys. Well, I do apologize that nobody sent you that message last night, Bob. I don't think I have you on Steam or anything either, else I would have sent it to you that way. The server is still open. Type in @join, or at ! Join, and all the Dropbox info and everything for it's right there. Right now I have double monitors. My third monitor I disconnected when I was playing Ark. I was getting a lot better frames without the triple running for Ark, but I haven't gone underneath and plugged it back in yet. But usually when I'm playing ATS, I try to run triple monitor with track IR. Works pretty well. Unfortunately, I have yet to figure out how to record in it, so. Just need a little bit more in this trailer, and then you're good to have the rest. Actually, I might end up taking it all. I think that is it, Mr. Buck. Turn off my pickup so I can get some speed. No, there's that other row up here.
You don't have a plow or anything?
I have a seeder that's a cultivator.
Because I bet this field needs to be plowed. I hadn't even looked.
It does. The only reason I figured we'd go with the seeder first is even if we miss it this round, this field is big enough that if we plant something like canola or a money crop soybean, we're definitely going to get our money back. So, but with this being said, guys, my wife just got home. Send me a message on Twitter, Bob. I think you said you were following me on there. Just send me a message right quick. I will get you all the info. And we can go from there. And potentially I will also send you the Discord info so you can come and join us. You've been around for a while, so. But like I said, guys, my wife just got home. I'm going to have to go give her a hand. I am going to attempt to make something for supper. What I do not use yet. But that is it from this guy from tonight. For now, I may be back on later. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on anything. If you're not a subscriber already on YouTube, give me a subscription. You know, what's it gonna hurt? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you guys like the stream. If you guys are watching this later in the archives, wow, you guys are troopers. It's been almost 3 hours. But yeah, Bob, send me a message on Twitter, bud. I will send you all the information that you need to get a hold of us, to join us. If you guys haven't already, I know all of you have, but if you haven't already, go check out Buckshot. Amazing videos, amazing guy, and my wife is knocking on the window in the background. With that being said, guys, have a good one.
Later.